going on, guys? Beastly Gamer here. Welcome to the channel. Today we're talking about PlayStation VR, the availability of the headset, and people who are actually getting more of them now. Now, here we are in America. For the most part, PSVR is really hard to find. If you go into a Walmart or a Best Buy or a GameStop, for the most part, you're not going to be able to walk out with PlayStation VR. The demand was so high for these things that if you didn't pre-order them, you had to just wait. Now, America is not unique to this situation. It's very similar around the world. People who missed out on their opportunity initially have been waiting for Sony to restock these headsets. And luckily for some in Japan, this has just happened. I'll drop a link in the description. Hundreds line up for PlayStation VR restock in Japan. Many waited overnight for a chance to buy one. Hundreds of Japanese gamers lined up to buy PlayStation VR in Japan today. As we're sure you know, the headset launched last year in the region, but similarly to the rest of the world, it's been out of stock for months now. Sony's done such an awful job meeting the demand that many people waited outside major retailers overnight for a chance to buy the device, and purchase wasn't even guaranteed. At chains like Big Camera and SoftMap, raffles were drawn early in the morning to decide who could and couldn't purchase the peripheral. Those lucky enough to have their tickets drawn were given until 4 o'clock local time to snag the futuristic face mask. The word on social media is that all the new stock is now gone, though many lining up for the headset express interest in flipping the product online for a profit. Of course, this reinforces the notion that any failure PlayStation VR may face in the short term can be attributed directly to Sony's sluggish supply chain. The product itself isn't sticking around in stores long enough to be deemed a flop yet. This is awesome. Now, there's been a lot of talk recently. Colin and Greg recently talked about the possibility of PlayStation VR being a failure. Is it in the throes of being a failure? I totally don't think so. This here alone lets you know. We're talking about Japan, people staying all night long to get their hands on it. I know there's going to be people who flip these things, but Sony is very smart. They're using properly the Nintendo strategy, where they're not flooding the market with their headsets. They're putting out just enough to keep people excited. And with games like Resident Evil 7 just hitting the market, there's a lot of people who can't wait to get their hands on PlayStation VR. Who knows when we'll get the next shipment here in America? I have friends and family who are still waiting for them right now, but I'm happy to hear that some people in Japan were able to get their hands on PSVR. It's a really tough time, man. Imagine doing a raffle and the guy next to you gets called. You're like, oh my god, I gotta wait till Sony comes up with more. You guys let me know what you think in the comments below. Here's a good question for you. Is PlayStation VR going to be a failure or a success? And if you think it's going to be a success, do you attribute any of that to Resident Evil 7? I think it's going to be a success. Lately, I've been a little frustrated to see that PlayStation Network hasn't had really any new PlayStation VR games come out in the last couple of weeks, but Resident Evil 7 to me kind of reopened and hit the reset button for people who are interested in PlayStation VR because it's such an incredible game and VR is utilized masterfully in Resident Evil 7. You guys let me know what you think in the comments below. Be sure to give a thumbs up, show support for the channel, join the Facebook group, follow me on Twitter, and you can support the channel at beastlygamer.com. I'm the Beastly Gamer, and I'll see you guys next time.
Let it go.